welcome to our virtual open house. My name is Alyssa Little, and I'm one of the music teachers in the district. I teach sixth period at the middle school. It is the elective wheel, and my course is music appreciation. This is a 9-week long class, and we're currently in the last rotation for the year. So I have seen now 4 different classes, which has been amazing to get to know everyone. We've had a lot of fun. The goals for this course have been to learn and understand the differences in the music genres. There's a lot of different genres. We talk about what a genre is and the characteristics of each of them, how they're connected, how one influenced the other. We've had some very thoughtful music discussions about that. It's also really important that the students have learned specific music vocabulary. So we focused on that. And in general, another goal is just to expose those students to new to them music. A lot of the music we listen to is older, but oftentimes they haven't heard it. So it's been very, very fun to watch your students experience some of this music for the first time. Now, the genres that we have focused on this year, the first rotation, we only got to 3 of them. We got to rock and roll, which is like the 40s and the 50s rock, Elvis, Chuck Berry, that kind of stuff. Then rock, which was more classic rock and more contemporary rock. And then we got to pop music, which started all the way with Frank Sinatra and ended with, boy bands and all the stuff that the kids hear on the radio now. The second and third rotations, we had more time together just because the way the schedule allowed it. So we got to dive into disco as well. And it was very fun to see the students' reactions to certain disco songs and to realize that the songs they're listening to now have a lot of disco elements in them, which was very enlightening for them. This last rotation, we have a little bit of extra time, even more than the other rotations. So I'm really hoping we will be able to get into and learn a little bit about jazz music. So hopefully your students will be able to learn about that. Now, some examples of some of the work that the kids have done. So for each genre, we learn about the characteristics, what makes this genre, what influenced that, what influenced it, what did it influence, what its popularity is now and in the past. And when they do that, they do a note taker and they follow along. So this is a note taker from one of the students, and I have eliminated the name just for confidentiality reasons. So this was our pop unit. And so they would follow along. They realized that pop is still very popular today. It's kind of in the name. There's a quote about the genre, the definition, its peak popularity, what makes pop music, then what pop was influenced by, what did pop influence, some notable artists, of course, some contemporary pop songs versus the older stuff, like I said, Frank Sinatra. And then we have artist spotlights that the kids they get to pick who they're going to write about on this note taker and really sort of learn more about them, not just listen to their stuff, but learn more about them. So for each genre, they filled out one of these graphic organizers to really focus their thinking and remember the different aspects of each genre. After we finished it, their final project for each genre is a representative song. So a song that represents that genre. They think about the characteristics, about what they've heard, and all of that. And they have to pick one that we haven't listened to. They give me a picture of the artist, the title, the lyrics, and then explain to me why that fits a certain genre. So this first representative song, I believe, yes, is an Elvis song. So we did listen to quite a bit of Elvis. However, we didn't listen to this song, Don't Be Cruel. And the students had different ways they could submit this to me. This is in a Google slide. And Here's the lyrics to Don't Be Cruel, a picture. Let me make myself a little smaller here. And then why they thought this song was a good representation of the rock and roll genre. So Elvis is obviously rock and roll. We definitely talked about that in class, but this person includes that it's got a bass guitar, it has elements of rockabilly and rhythm and blues in it, and so it really shows that the students understood what rock and roll music was. The second representative song project I've got here, this one I believe is a pop. Yes, it is. Madonna, the queen of pop. We definitely talked about her. And this person chose to do it just in a Google Doc, so they didn't have to do it in slides. And they wrote their opinion of why it was great, a great representation of the pop genre, the cover of the actual album, which is very cool, the lyrics, and so on. I really had a great time with all of these different rotations, getting to know each individual class, either virtually or in person or both, which we are in now. But it's been a very, very fun year. I hope your students have enjoyed it. I definitely think they've learned some. Maybe they've shared with you a new song that they've heard or talked around the dinner table about how rock and roll changed everything, how Chuck Berry or Jimi Hendrix changed the electric guitar. Hopefully they talked to you a little bit about that. If they didn't, you should ask them because they learned all about it. All right, well, thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoy all of the videos that your students' teachers have provided. This is definitely a different type of open house, but I think you get the gist of my music appreciation class. All right, thanks for watching.